Now, the UK, the British government, has now accused Russia of using Saturday's ceasefire in these two cities to deflect international condemnation for this invasion, whilst then simultaneously perhaps giving Moscow a chance to regroup and reboot its soldiers and its forces. Is there any truth in those claims?
Well, thanks for having me. It's always difficult to know exactly what's happening on the ground. First and foremost, one must understand that it's mandatory by, well, international laws and humanitarian international right that literally you have to establish humanitarian corridors, at least to allow civilians to escape and to evacuate, and at the same moment to enter into the city, medicines, medical supplies, and also food, etc. The reason also it's important to have these corridors is that at the same moment it gives an additional pressure for the power that is besieging the city to then discriminate between civilians and combatants. Those who stay can be actually then shelled because they become legitimate, so to speak, targets. Therefore, one saying that these humanitarian corridors were also meant to further tighten the tide or strengthen the pressure on Mariupol might be right.
This Sunday, we're also hearing reports of renewed fighting on the outskirts of the capital, Kiev, where the threat of an assault has been lingering now for several days.
Well, it's always difficult to know what's happening in Kiev. We've all heard about this massive convoy being stuck and stalled for several days now. It says actually a lot about the difficulties about logistics. You know, there is this famous jokes about military generals, well, amateurs talking about tactics and generals talking about logistics. It seems to be quite true. Nevertheless, we observe that, again, there is a massive strength and massive power that is trying to encircle Kiev. That takes its time. Yet we all know that urban warfare is very costly, not just in lives but also in military equipment, and it takes time to seize a city.
Okay, Guillaume Lasconjarias, thank you once again for being with us here on France 24. Thank you so much.